Archangel Michael says, there is movement in the unseen that is already walking toward your reality tonight. Two shadows have separated from the crowd, stepping with purpose in the same direction, toward you. They are not ordinary strangers. Their presence carries the weight of a decision made far from your sight. The air feels different, as if the walls around you are aware before you are. Their pace is steady, deliberate, not rushed, yet not hesitant. They know where to find you, and every step is reducing the space between you and what they carry. One carries a voice that can change the course of your day. The other carries something in his hand, wrapped and hidden. It is not just a visit. It is an arrival planned with intention, shaped by words that were spoken about you when you were not there. You are being positioned in a moment where everything from your expression to your clothing will be remembered. The sound of their footsteps will reach your door sooner than you think, and what happens after will not be erased from memory. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They were not sent without reason. Days ago, someone whispered your name in a place you have never seen, and it set this moment into motion. That whisper did not fade. It multiplied, and those words reached the ears of the ones now on their way. The place where you are staying has already been marked in their minds. Whether it was a description, a photograph, or a traced path, they know exactly where to stop. Every streetlight, every turn they take, is bringing them closer into your reality. Your presence carries a pull that they cannot resist. One of them has been curious for weeks, holding questions in his mind, the kind that only you can answer. The other walks with a stronger sense of certainty, like he already knows what must be said. There is no mistake in the timing. If you move now, you will meet them in the moment prepared for you, not 1 second too early or too late. This is why you must be ready before the knock reaches your ears. Type Amen to get blessing 745. The energy around you is shifting as if invisible hands are clearing the path for their arrival. This is not the kind of meeting that can be ignored. It will demand your attention, whether you feel prepared or not. They will stand before you with eyes that tell a story without speaking. You may feel the air tighten moments before they appear. It will be as if the space itself is warning you of what is about to happen. This kind of presence does not come without leaving something behind. One will speak first, his tone carrying a weight that will cause your heartbeat to change. His words will either open a door for you or close one you did not realize was still open. The second will hold his silence longer, observing you before making his move. It is in the details of this meeting that the truth will hide. The way they look at you, the pauses between their words, the way they glance at each other before revealing their intent. Type Amen to get blessing 912. They have crossed distances for this. One traveled under the weight of urgency, the other under the pull of curiosity. Both, however, are bound by a shared reason that will reveal itself only in front of you. There are layers to this moment that you do not yet understand. Someone has been watching how you move, how you live, and they have shared these observations with the ones now coming to you. This has shaped what they expect to find. The truth is, what they expect and what they will find are not the same. When they see you, something in their minds will shift. A decision they thought was final may begin to bend. You will notice this change, but you must remain composed. This is why preparation is not only about clothing, but about the way you carry yourself when eyes are on you. The moment they arrive, the balance of control will tilt, and how you stand will determine where it falls. Type Amen to get blessing 558. Archangel Michael says, Be mindful of every second from now until the moment they appear. These men have heard both truth and lies about you, and they are coming to decide for themselves what to believe. This meeting will either clear the path ahead of you or place obstacles you do not want to face. They are not easily swayed, yet they are not immune to the truth when it stands before them. This is your chance to let your presence speak louder than anything they have been told. You will not need to force the outcome, only to be ready for it. The setting of this meeting is important. Whether it happens in the open doorway, in your living room, or under the dim light outside, the place will shape how their message reaches you. You may not be able to choose where it happens, but you can choose how you stand in it. And when the moment ends, the echo of it will remain far longer than their footsteps fading into the distance. Type Amen to get blessing 641. They are closer now than you think, their path already cutting through streets and corners that lead directly to you. Every step is driven by the certainty that this meeting must take place. The timing is not an accident. It was set long before you even sensed their approach. One of them has a voice that could soften the hardest walls, but you must listen carefully, for what sounds kind may be wrapped around something deeper. The other carries a silence so heavy it feels like it could bend the air between you. Together, they will create a moment that is impossible to forget. This is not the type of arrival that slips into the background. It will demand presence, not only from them but from you. The air will hold its breath until the first word is spoken. Something inside you may want to turn away, to delay, but you must not. This moment is written to be faced. Type Amen to get blessing 887. They have not told many about where they are going, only those who were meant to know. The secrecy of their journey is not because of danger, but because of purpose. Their intent needs no audience. As they move, they recall what was said about you. Faces of those who spoke your name flash through their memory. Every description, every detail shared about you has formed a picture in their minds, but it is incomplete, and they are coming to see the truth for themselves. One of them carries something that belongs to you, though you may not yet realize it was yours. The other carries words that, once spoken, cannot be taken back. Both will leave something in your life that will remain long after they have gone. The hour draws near. The air feels heavier, as though time itself is preparing to deliver them to your doorstep. Type Amen to get blessing 479. In this moment, every small sound will feel amplified. A car passing, the creak of a floorboard, the faint echo of voices outside. You will feel your pulse rise without knowing exactly why. Your instincts will sense before your eyes confirm. The first man will take a half step ahead when they arrive, as though he is the one who must lead the meeting. The second will glance around, taking in the environment, watching your reactions before he speaks. Neither is here by accident. They have agreed on this moment. They may not begin with the reason for their visit. Instead, they could circle the subject, allowing the silence to draw you in deeper. Their eyes will give away more than their words. And once their purpose is revealed, the meaning will be impossible to ignore. Type Amen to get blessing 223. Archangel Michael says, the stillness before they appear is your signal. Do not waste it. Stand in the presence of this moment as though it was designed for you, because it was. These men do not come empty-handed in spirit or in truth. Whether what they bring is wrapped in kindness or in challenge, it is part of the path you are meant to walk. Your role is not to resist the moment, but to stand prepared to meet it with every ounce of your strength and composure. The room around you will feel smaller when they arrive, not because of the walls, but because of the energy they bring. The space between you will hold more weight than any words could. When the conversation ends, the air will shift again, but you will know, nothing will be as it was before this night. Type Amen to get blessing 667. Their pace does not slow. With each turn they take, they move deeper into the thread of destiny that has been quietly weaving itself toward you. They are crossing an invisible line now, the point where there is no turning back. You may not hear their steps just yet, but the air around you knows. The subtle vibrations in the space are already shifting, like the faint hum before a storm reaches your window. It is not fear you will feel, but a sharpened awareness, a knowing that something is about to enter your life and demand your full attention. They are carrying more than words. They are carrying moments that will stay with you. These moments will either open a new chapter or seal an old one, and there will be no middle ground. You are about to stand face to face with a truth that has been walking toward you for longer than you realize. Type Amen to get blessing 559. The first man walks with the air of someone who has made decisions before and expects them to be followed. His posture speaks of certainty, though his eyes may reveal hesitation if you look closely. The second walks half a step behind, as though weighing his own thoughts before committing to what comes next. They will read you in the first few seconds, the way you stand, the way your gaze meets theirs, the unspoken tone in your breathing. They are not here for small talk. They are here to find something they believe only you can reveal. Somewhere in the depths of their minds, they have rehearsed this meeting. Yet even rehearsed moments shift when faced with reality. You are that reality, and you will shape the way it unfolds. Once they see you, there will be no undoing the impact. Type Amen to get blessing 914. You will remember the first detail, perhaps the color of their jackets, the scent carried in with them, or the way their eyes settle on you like they've found what they've been searching for. They will not rush their words. Every sentence will seem measured, deliberate, as though each one has been placed like a stone on a path they want you to follow. The conversation will not reveal everything at once. It will unfold like a door opening slowly, letting in light in careful increments. Some of that light will feel warm, other parts will carry a shadow you cannot ignore. At some point, one of them will glance at the other, a signal only they understand. It is in that glance that the true reason for their arrival will begin to surface. By the time you realize it, the moment will already be in motion, and you will be standing in the center of it. Type Amen to get blessing 472. Archangel Michael says, your calmness will be your shield. Do not allow their presence to shift your ground. What they bring, whether challenge or gift, is a piece of your destiny that could not be delivered by anyone else. The night itself will feel different after they leave. It may seem quieter, but beneath that quiet will be a pulse, the echo of their visit still vibrating in your space. The words spoken will replay in your mind, certain lines growing heavier with each repetition. Whatever they leave with you, guard it well. It was not placed in your hands carelessly. It has weight, meaning, and a purpose that will reveal itself in the days ahead. And remember, some arrivals are not meant to be questioned, only met with readiness. Type Amen to get blessing 304. They are now within moments of reaching you. The invisible thread pulling them forward has grown tight, and with each step, the energy thickens in the air. This is no longer a distant event. It is breathing down the edges of your reality. The first man carries a look of focus, his eyes set on a purpose only he fully understands. The second man watches the world around him with quiet calculation, as though every small detail matters. Between them, an unspoken agreement keeps them moving in perfect rhythm toward you. Every second now feels heavier, stretched by the knowledge that something irreversible is on its way. You may not know exactly what they will say or do, but you can feel the weight of its importance pressing closer. When they arrive, there will be no pause long enough for you to run from it. Type Amen to get blessing 635. Their journey here is not random. Somewhere far from your sight, someone set this plan in motion. Words were exchanged, details were decided, and the place where you are now was chosen as the exact point of arrival. These two men are not coming empty. Whether they bring an object, a message, or a decision, it is something that cannot be delivered by anyone else. The energy around them carries both urgency and finality, as though this meeting is one they cannot delay. Your surroundings will suddenly feel like a stage. Every piece of furniture, every shadow in the corner, every sound in the air will seem sharper. Even the silence will feel alive, waiting for their presence to break it. You will stand in the middle of it, knowing this moment has been walking toward you for longer than you imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 897. They may arrive together, but they will not act in the same way. The first may speak quickly, eager to release what he has carried on this journey. The second may wait, holding his thoughts until the first has finished, weighing every word before letting it pass his lips. You will notice how they exchange glances, silent signals passing between them. These are the moments that reveal the layers beneath their visit, the ones they won't speak aloud but cannot fully hide. Their presence will shift the atmosphere. Even if no one else is in the room, it will feel as though the walls themselves are listening. The weight of their message will linger long after the words are spoken. By the time they leave, something in you will no longer be the same. Type Amen to get blessing 512. Archangel Michael says, your preparation is not just for appearance. It is for the strength you will need to stand steady in this moment. They are not here by chance, and they are not here without purpose. What they bring is tied to you in ways you may not yet understand. This is why you must be ready to meet their eyes without hesitation. A wavering gaze will tell them more than you want them to know, but a steady one will shift the power of the moment in your favor. When the first words are spoken, listen with both your ears and your instincts. Sometimes the truth is not in the words themselves, but in the pauses between them. And when the meeting is done, the silence that follows will feel like a shadow that stays in the room long after they've gone. Type Amen to get blessing 440. A small sound travels ahead of them, the kind of sound that seems ordinary but lands like a sign meant only for you. The way the hallway breathes, the way a handle shifts, the way a light flickers all at once. Nothing is random in a night like this. One of them adjusts his sleeve as though preparing his words before they ever leave his mouth. The other keeps his hands still, as if refusing to show what he is holding within himself. Their balance together creates a field where truth cannot hide. You feel the shape of the moment forming the way fog becomes a shape when the sun rises behind it. What was vague is becoming clear, and your preparation meets its purpose. You straighten your posture and let the room settle around you. Type Amen to get blessing 761. There is a calm inside you that did not exist earlier today. It is the calm that comes when your path steps forward to meet you instead of making you chase it. Your breath matches the rhythm of the unseen timing. Their eyes will meet yours, and in that contact you will recognize something that goes beyond introductions. It is the recognition of a story finally arriving at its next chapter. The page is turning whether anyone speaks or not. When the first words come, they will sound like a key turning in a lock. The door inside you swings open to receive or to release, and you will know which it is the moment you hear the tone. Your silence will be as meaningful as your reply. The room holds its posture like a witness. Walls remember, floors remember, even the air remembers, and tonight it all will remember you. Memory is being written in slow and deliberate lines. Type Amen to get blessing 184. The first man will place something on the table or in your hand, and its weight will be exact. It will not feel heavy or light but necessary. You will understand without long explanations. The second man will test the air with a few words, not to persuade you but to measure the truth already standing. His eyes will track your expression with the care of someone who knows choices have echoes. He has carried those echoes before and does not wish to carry the wrong ones again. There will be a moment where the whole scene seems to hold a string that could be pulled either way. The decision will not shout. It will whisper in the precise place where courage and clarity touch. You will recognize the path meant for you because peace will stand there waiting, steady and unafraid. Peace does not argue and does not rush. It simply remains until you step toward it. Type Amen to get blessing 602. The evening outside continues as if unaware, but time bends differently around you now. Minutes stretch without breaking, and yet nothing feels delayed. What must arrive has arrived. They share a glance that passes like a note folded small. In that glance are the parts of the story that were not allowed to be spoken. You read it anyway, the way a heart reads the weather it has learned to survive. You answer with the strength you prepared, not by force but by presence. Presence that does not shrink. Presence that does not flare. Presence that simply holds its ground and tells the truth by standing. Something softens in the first man's face as if a knot in his thoughts has finally loosened. The second man's shoulders shift as though he has set down a fraction of what he carried. The atmosphere exhales. Type Amen to get blessing 319. They will not need to repeat themselves because the message will land the first time. It will land the way a key fits its own lock, perfectly shaped by everything that led here. What is for you will find you without scraping. You will place what they brought where it belongs, whether in a drawer, a folder, a memory, or a plan. Nothing will feel out of place. Even the space in the room will rearrange to make room for what stays. In the quiet that follows, you will hear your own life step forward. Footsteps not on floors but in futures. They move with a certainty that your fear cannot interrupt. The night will not grow colder or louder. It will grow deeper, like a sky that discovers more stars after dusk settles. Depth is the gift of moments that matter. Type Amen to get blessing 448. They will ask you to confirm only what must be confirmed. You will offer what is needed and nothing more. Economy becomes a form of strength. Sometimes the future arrives as an envelope, a device, a signature, a name, a location, or a time. Tonight it arrives as two men carrying a hinge for your next door. You feel the door swing and hear no creak at all. Your posture remains composed, the kind of composure that invites respect without requesting it. Respect follows composure the way a tide follows the moon. Type Amen to get blessing 735. A subtle brightness gathers in the room as if the air has learned a new word. That word is forward. You can feel it resting calmly on everything you own. They will step back without retreating like messengers whose work is done. There is no rush to leave, and yet there is nothing left to delay. The scene has reached its truth. You will feel a small tremor inside that is not fear but release. The kind of release that arrives after a locked gear finally turns. Movement returns to the places that were held still. You will nod once, only once, and that single nod will seal what needed sealing. The night accepts your answer and carries it across its own distance. Distance obeys decisions. Type Amen to get blessing 271. They will thank you in a way that does not use many words. Gratitude can be quiet and still be full. It fills the room without raising its voice. The door will open again and the hallway will shape their silhouettes for a final time. Shadows stretch and then fold back into the world. Their footsteps will draw a thin line away from you that does not erase what was done. Your space will feel both larger and more precise. Larger because the weight is sorted, precise because the next steps are visible. Clarity organizes things even when nothing has been moved. The second man will look back once, not to linger, but to acknowledge the thread that connected this moment. It is a respectful look, the kind that closes a chapter with care. Then they continue. Type Amen to get blessing 506. Silence returns with a new texture, like fabric that has been pressed smooth. You sense where to place your attention now. Attention is a compass that has finally found north. You gather what remains on the table, in your hand, or in your mind. Each piece has its location. Each meaning has its shelf. You will write one line somewhere, perhaps on a page, a screen, or inside your memory. The line will begin what comes next without ceremony. Beginnings do not always need drums to be true. There is nothing to chase. What belongs in your life has moved closer and will remain. You step into the center of your own room as if standing on new ground. Type Amen to get blessing 690. The night outside is faithful, carrying every decision gently into morning. Morning will not demand explanation. It will simply light the edges of what you have chosen. You will wake with fewer knots and more direction. Direction breathes, and you will hear it breathing beside you. It will sound like continuity. A name will come to mind, and you will know the timing to speak it. A place will surface, and you will recognize when to walk there. A step will present itself without fanfare. You will take that step the way a river takes its course, not forced, not delayed. Movement that respects its own current is unstoppable. You are aligned with that current now. Type Amen to get blessing 377. Later, you may notice small signs that confirm what changed. Doors that open smoothly, calls that land cleanly, work that organizes itself around your effort. The world answers decisiveness with order. Your energy will no longer disperse in fragments. It will gather where it matters and stay there. Focus is a homecoming. Some people will feel the shift in you without knowing why. They will treat you as if a light has turned on inside your choices. You will not need to explain anything. If a doubt tries to return, it will find no chair to sit on. The room is set now for what is forward. Even hesitation must remain standing outside. Type Amen to get blessing 821. You will carry the memory of their arrival like a bell that rings softly from time to time. It will not interrupt you. It will keep you steady. The object left behind, the message delivered, the decision reached, each will do its work quietly. Quiet work moves mountains a grain at a time. You wake to find a different horizon and realize it was built in the night. When others ask you what changed, you will describe it in simple lines. Simplicity is the luxury of those who have met truth and survived its brightness. You are one of them now. Your steps will begin arranging themselves into a pattern that feels both new and inevitable. The pattern fits you the way a promise fits the day it is kept. Sits right. Type Amen to get blessing 264. In the days ahead, your timing will improve without calculation. You will arrive where you need to be without forcing the clock. Doors will open at your knock as if they had been listening for it. Old noise will fail to find you. It may call your name out of habit, but you will be elsewhere doing the work that welcomes you. Elsewhere is the address of your future. There will be a moment at a window or a doorway when you feel the echo of tonight return. The echo will not ask for anything. It will simply confirm that you kept faith with what met you. Your heart will answer with the small, strong yes it learned to speak. That yes will be enough for the next mile and the mile after. Enough is not small when it is true. Type Amen to get blessing 944. From here, you will notice your reflection carrying less weight and more clarity. The lines of your face read like a map that has been updated. Roads that were once closed show their openings. Your voice will stand in rooms the way a pillar stands in a hall, not demanding attention yet receiving it. The pillar knows it belongs there. You will know you belong where you stand. The work in your hands will mature, not because it changed shape but because you did. Maturity adds depth without adding noise. The right people hear that depth and respond. The future you sensed but could not touch has stepped within reach. You touch it without trembling. It is as real as the table that held what they brought. Type Amen to get blessing 588. When night returns again, it will feel like an ally. You will not dread its quiet. Quiet is where your decisions charge themselves with power. You will remember the footsteps not as an intrusion but as a delivery. Life delivers what timing orders. Tonight timing ordered forward. The path that once forked now flows. You do not need to look over your shoulder to confirm it. What needs your eyes is ahead. You will end the day without leftover fear. The story turned and did not snap. You turned with it and remained whole. Type Amen to get blessing 403. If the world tries to test your resolve, you will return to the moment the door opened. You will remember the feel of the air and the balance of your breath. Balance is a proof that cannot be argued. You will choose your words like clean water poured into a clear glass. Nothing cloudy, nothing hurried. The message will carry itself. This is how you protect what arrived. Not by gripping, but by honoring. Honor sets boundaries with grace. The horizon ahead is not loud. It is wide. You will walk into it with a steady pace that feels like your true name. Type Amen to get blessing 726.